Okay guys, here we go. We're on the harsh Russian map again, but there's a few things to explain before we start this. Let's just go into the profiles. Now this is the harsh Russian map, which Goba is the guy who made it. Now the one that we've been using up until now on ETS2 has been the R9 version, which is the latest version that we can basically get our hands on. Goba makes it so difficult to get the map. Obviously deals mostly with Russians, and not speaking a word of Russian, it's not easy to get the map. But anyway, to cut a long story short, I found a more up-to-date version of the map that does work. There are downloads for the maps on websites. As far as I've found, most of them say that they're the R18 version, but they actually are not. I've never found one yet, but this one is. I've got the link in the video information. There's the links for the downloads on the information that you'll see. But what I'm going to show you is the install order. So let's go into the mod manager. Now first of all, for people who've tried the harsh Russian map, first thing you need is a money cheat. Now I've got a money cheat installed which is on Steam. It's the junior, senior money and XP cheat, which works. Now first of all, remember this is for the 128 version, 1.28 of Euro Truck. So we're up to what is it we're on now? 1.30. So if you're on Steam, you can go into your properties and betas and choose to go back to version 1.28 to get this map to work. That's the first thing you need to do. The other thing you need to do is you need to disable all your DLC maps. That is Scandinavia, Going East, Vive la France, Italy, and you also need to disable the special transport for this to work. Now the map itself, you'll see the load order there. I'm not even going to try and read those, but that is the load order for them. The last one at the bottom is Shrek, the one with the truck, but that's the order above that you put the map. Now above that I've got my Kamaz truck. Now this Kamaz I downloaded, it's a 1.30 version, but it works in this map anyway. That's the cheat. That's the English to Russian, sorry, the Russian to English translation, and that is the route advisor, which is actually for version 1.30 as well. Now I've got it installed and it seems to work on this as well. So that is the load order for the map. Right, so with that, and you'll obviously be able to pause this video if you're watching at a later date so that you can actually get them in the right order. You've got to create a new profile, remember. So once you've done all the disabling of DLC, once you've created a new profile and you've gone in, this is the load order you want. Right, we'll leave it at that. And let's go on with some driving. If you've ever been on Goba's channel, you can see him building this map. In fact, that's what the hell truck is that? It's a Kamaz 5410. I think it's a 16 speed or something. 650 gearbox. I've got plenty of money. I've got over £1 million that was from my actual first job that paid with that money cheat, and I've got all my skills right up to the top. But that's what you need to do in this map if you just want to explore the map, because if you intend to make money to buy a decent truck, you'll be there for ages trying to get money. The payments are so poor. Right, so let's have a look at the map. I'm already at the point where I'm going to pick up, I think it's actually a cement mixer that I'm going to be delivering. Now, if we look at the map itself, this is the main part of the map, the part that we're all familiar with. If you look up here, nothing's changed up here as far as you can see. The extra part of the map is down here. You'll see that now there is a route runs from there. Now it doesn't connect to this section of the map. The way to get there is by train, I believe, from the top end of the map. But if you look at this section, now originally the map here from Ulan-Ude used to just go up there and down to there and up here. This is all extra stuff. All of that part there has all been added on, so that's 100 odd miles or so. Now I am in Ulan. I think I'm in Ulan. I can't even remember where I am. I think I've been in Ulan-Ude. No, I'm actually in Irkutsk. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive from here northwards up this section. Now this section I've never been on, so I don't know what it's going to be like, but it's about 168 miles. That's the destination right at the top of the map, right up here. Now remember, of course, this map shows you the route that you're taking, but it's not necessarily on that particular road. It looks as if it might be. There might be detours, we don't know. So without any further ado, let's see if we can find our way out of Irkutsk. Right, let's find out where we are. And this job pays 60 million, I think. So you're never going to be short of money. Let's go outside. Now, I'm not sure what the volume's like on this. When I'm outside the truck, it might be quite loud. But there is the cement mixer. To find my way out of here. So on the top of the GPS we've got, what is it, 180 odd miles to go. And as I say, this is all brand new. I don't know what the detours will be, what the problems will be, but there's bound to be some issues. There might not be, for all that matter. It's getting the right lane to start with. And I hope the volume's okay. The other thing you need to do with this map, and I'll show you in a second, as we come down to the bottom of this hill, is you need to adjust the brake physics. When Goba's designed the map, he changes the physics of the trucks, and if you don't do it, you'll find the braking in the truck is crap, especially in a lot of the hills on this map. You'll actually crash into stuff. Now you can do that by going into the console. I'll just show you here. You go into the console there and you type in an instruction. Now to find that instruction, because I can't remember what it is, if you actually just Google console commands ETS2. It takes you to a web page that shows you all the commands. Now the one you're looking for is brakes, and then you put in the console command, then a space, and then you put in 10 to give you full control in the brakes. Because if you don't do it, you will slide right through the traffic lights and all sorts of disasters will happen. Now this is a section, I remember watching Goba building this section. I'm in my favourite Kamaz. For anybody who doesn't know, this is a full scale map, so we are driving 180 odd miles. You have to take a rest, or at least you had to in the previous maps, every 2 hours. I don't know what it's like in this map. I haven't driven enough of it to find out. No doubt we will find out. The fact that we're pulling this cement mix shouldn't be a problem. The only worry I've got is the fact that it's at night, and then if we have to take a detour, the difficulty is finding the damn detour. Where the hell's he going? He come in and then he's went out. Dealership. So you go down this sort of gradient here. The brakes on this truck will work now that I've adjusted it in the console, but believe me, if you don't do that and you install the map, then you're in for dire trouble. So remember what I said, you need to Google console commands for ETS2 and then look for the one for brake. Oh, look at that. Well, I'll go a witness to that one. So you're going to try and overtake him coming up the hill? Well, look at this shit. Where the hell's he going? Oh right, he's bottled out and decided a complete U-turn will do it, and he's doing a runner. Well, that was weird. Yeah. Look down all the... It's GM something, I think, if I remember rightly. And then it's something brakes, and then put a space, and then put in 10, and that will adjust your brakes so that you can use them normally, unlike the way Goba wants you to use them, where you practically don't have any bloody brakes. I've said this before in other streams that I've done for this map. This map is entirely different from anything you've ever experienced on Eurotruck. It's a total change from all the normal maps. There's lots of off-road, lots of bad surfaces, lots of routes that are blocked and you have to find your way around them, and all that combined with the fact that it's full scale means it's a tough map to get your head round. But you definitely need the right truck. You can drive on these roads no problem with a normal truck, but not long into your journey you're going to find you're going to come across a problem, and you need to have the right truck to be able to negotiate some of the road conditions. And even with one of these, you're not always guaranteed to get through. Now, not having driven this part of the map, I don't know what's to come, so I'm taking it a bit gingerly. You just don't know what's going to appear, and all of a sudden we're off-road. And the other thing he tends to do is when you're going downhill, you build up a bit of speed, all of a sudden you tend to find he's put some big bumps at the bottom of the hill and you crash into them and fly off the road. Right, the GPS is saying it's what, 4 hours, I don't know what that says, 4 hours 40 odd minutes or something, which is roughly what it's expecting to be to take this journey, which will probably be fairly accurate. That is not based on the quality of the roads that we're on though. It can take a lot longer, it could be a bit quicker. We're in a speed restricted zone. Midnight 51. Has that rain stopped yet? No, it hasn't. What you do in this map is you drive with anticipation for disaster to befall you somewhere ahead on the route. You're just waiting on something happening. actually quite handy having a truck in front of us. Gives us an idea of what's up ahead, should it make any sudden moves. Absolutely no traffic behind us. Another thing you should do in this map is actually keep your eye on any side roads. Most of them are going nowhere, they just go to a dead end or they go off the map. But the reason I say that is because, especially on this route where I've never driven on it before, you need to be wary of any side routes, because the chances are you might be doubling back to actually take that route if the road happens to be blocked, or usually by an accident, trucks or something. And very often you have to backtrack and find the side road and have to take that to detour your way around the problem, which is why I think a lot of folk give up on this map. The only part I've really given up on in this map is the northern part. The northeastern part of the map, or the whole northern section of the map, is all set in winter, and it really is, it's as wintry as you could make the map. But in the top right section, that is virtually impossible to drive, because you're driving on ice, and you fall through the ice and you get stuck and you can't get out. You have to cheat your way out. That's the only way around the problem, and that's the only place I've actually just quit and given up. What's this sign here? Another speed restriction or some sort of warning? What does that say? Still the same. Oh, there's another vehicle, a bus. So just to remind you guys, any of you who's watching this, this is a genuine R18 version of the Harsh Russian. It's not a fake one, because you know by looking at the map, if you're experienced in this map, you know where the extra parts of the map are, and this is one of them that we're driving on. This is virgin territory we're on. Downside of things is it's pitch black at night and we can't really see what's going on round about us. And I don't want to lose that truck up ahead. I want to keep up with him. Now my first objective is to find a repair point. The truck's got slight wear and tear, but that's not what I'm interested in. I want to see if there's any other upgrades for it. I want to get a bit closer to this guy in front. The other thing to look out for in this section is whether the Now there's a road going, that's the one we should be on, according to that. What does that sign say there? Bumps. Yeah, I'm just wondering how the optimisation is in this section of the map, because in one section it's quite bad, and it always has been. Well, we could be in for trouble here, folks. Oh, right. Well, we've lost the truck in front, he's long gone. Wherever the hell he went, he might have went straight on. Well, I've got my usual high beam headlights on, the Baikal lights along the top as well to give me as good visibility as I can get. And again, the other weird thing about this map is the GPS at the moment seems to be working, and it's telling us to come this way. This actually might end up in a dead end. Who knows? Oh, there we'll get damage. That was a big drop. I don't think that'll be damage to the actual mixer itself. No, it's just a truck. Now, is he stopped? What the hell's he doing? You know, that's a truck going the same direction as us. And he went into a big dip there. Let's just go that way, try and avoid it. Oh, that'll be it. Well, whenever there's other vehicles on the road that you're on, that's always a good sign that you're actually on the correct route. Our headlights are going right under the mud. Oh, it's a tractor. I couldn't work out what that was. Right, well, we need to get past you, buddy. Us through the worst of this section, hopefully. Right, so left turn it says. Now that road ahead said it was a dead end. That isn't always necessarily the case. don't like all of these signs. What the hell are they? Problems with the width. Right now, so 20 speed or 30 speed limit, twisty road, a width limit on the vehicles, and extremely hilly. Well, that sounds good. So there's enough warning signs here to tell us we've got trouble ahead. This should be interesting. But we've got enough gearing in this truck to hopefully manage it. Ah, these big tipper trucks. Be quick in the gears on this map. behind us. one of those big tipper trucks behind us. I think it is. I might be just imagining it. Jesus, where the hell are we going now? Traffic ahead, so that wasn't as bad as we anticipated. So more or less. Uh-oh, bad move. Slow traffic now. What's it meant to check? Well, it's saying 7 hours before he needs to take a rest break, so it's actually changed from the R9 map. Used to have a take a rest every 2 hours. And this is the other thing that causes you problems when you're stuck in long queues of traffic. You could be stuck behind the same truck for 2 hours. Back to normal speed. We got here. Still in the speed restricted area. I'm looking to see where the problems are though. No, we're okay now. Let's have a quick look to see where we are on the map. Right, so we started at Irkutsk and we are there. Well, this looks fairly straight. And then we've got all the way up there to go. Up here to the final destination, so that's quite a bit still to go. This section looks fairly straightforward. At least it does in the map. So I was reading on the, I think it was the ATS blog post, American Truck Simulator yesterday, that I saw a headline and it said that the next DLC map for that game will be Oregon. I don't know when that will be, that might be a few months away, there's no doubt they're working on it. And then of course once that comes out, the Mario map will need to be readjusted again to make it compatible. Well, that was the car that overtook us and he's been stuck behind the truck ever since, so whenever he decides to make a move for it to overtake him, then we'll take that chance. All of a sudden the anchors went on as the speed limits dropped. Disappeared. The car's disappeared. We're going along at a fair lick now. That was a smart move. And goodbye. Again, little side roads going off there. Something to bear in mind is, and if there any problem up ahead, there's the way we would go. We would go back and check that route. Now, a hill like this, with the default braking settings on this map, and you'd be done for. Any traffic up ahead, you'd plough straight into it. I think what I'll do is at the end of this stream I'll actually edit the text in that in those notes and actually put in the console command. Now, wait a minute here, I've cocked up. I'm too busy watching that truck in front. Cocked up. We should have taken a turning. Let's have a look at the map. Thank God I checked the GPS there. Now, why is it telling us to go... Wait a minute, where are we? It's telling us to go straight on. Well, that actually takes us back onto the road. The only problem is it's adding... I don't think it's making a heck of a lot of difference, to be honest with you. I've already done the U-turn. I don't think it's worth going back. I think we'll just go straight on and see what happens. That's part of the experience. Right, we'll do a U-turn again. Oh shit, is that guy flying past us? Yes, he is. These cars are flying up here at 100 miles an hour. None of them are going to be able to stop. They would plough straight into us. Oh shit, I don't think I'm going to be able to get across here. I'm just going to wait in a big clatter as these vehicles fly into me when I turn. Right, I'm going to go to hell with it. Well, the GPS will catch up eventually. Yeah, I was paying too much attention to the vehicle ahead. I wasn't watching the GPS at the top of the screen. There we go, it's caught up now. Well, we might as well make the most of this road. It seems to be pretty good. A good 70 odd mile an hour. And the speed limit's 110. We got to go 161 miles, is that to say at the top of the screen? I can't read it. But it's still saying that we should be taking about 4 hours and 11 minutes to complete this. I thought it was after midnight. That's only 8:40 at night. Where did I think it was? It was midnight. there's something you don't expect. A railway line running across a motorway. No barriers or nothing. Well, this is as fast as you'll ever drive in this map, unless you're going down one of the big hills further north. You'll never get up to this speed. But this is all part of the new section. I think we might get caught out with one or two of these dips. We might end up going flying at this speed. Remember, we've got to join up with the main route again. This is an unexpected detour that we took with not paying attention, but it should still lead us onto that main road, or the original route that we were set to follow. Look at the speed of that bloody truck, man. He's got to be doing 80 odd mile an hour. I don't know what speed I'm doing, but he's certainly going a heck of a lot faster than I am. Uh-oh. Jesus, there's another truck flying past us. What speed are we doing? We're doing 70 odd mile an hour and these trucks are flying past us. Right, let's have a quick look and see where we are. We're on this route. We should have went that way, but we went this way by mistake, but we'll still get quite a long way before we join back up with it. Up there. And I don't see any is that one there? That looks like a repair stop there. How far have we got to go to it? We're not that far. I need to keep an eye out for it. I think we're going a bit too fast. Uh-oh. 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 Now, you see what I mean about problems? You see, all the traffic's going through that. And there's no doubt that that is blocked for me. So now we're in trouble. Because I should have taken the original route. Oh shit. And there was no exits off this road. Now I'm going to try and sneak through the middle of that. I doubt it, it's probably got a block on it. Right, need to go down the gears. I don't think we'll be able to get through this. Oh, that's a surprise. Usually if it's a block on it you can't get through. Well, just as well we're ready for that. This is why you should be aware at all times of things cropping up on this, just to catch you out. I mean, we were flying along there at 80 mile an hour and all of a sudden I could see something in the road, so just got to be ready. It's great how the AI just flies through it and there isn't a problem. Is that the opposite side of the road? That's no good for us over there if it is. Well, that's not very good. There is an option in there to get the truck repaired, but it's on the wrong side and there's no way across there, is there? Oh, there is. Right, well we'll nip in here for a little look around. If we can get across without getting taken out by anything coming behind us. Let's have a look. Right, let's let this go. The problem with darkness is you cannot see where the hell you're going. We're actually off-road at the moment. We're off the GPS. I was thinking this took us into that bloody repair spot, but it's just going to a dead end. Shit. Right, back that way. Where the hell did we get in here? That's us back down at the main bloody road. Right, hang on. Yeah, it's in there. I cannot see where you drive in. Shit, I'm going in there. Oh, that's not letting us go in. Ah, right, hang on a minute. I'm an idiot. Why is that traffic waiting over there? Has there been a collision? Yeah, there's been an accident. I never caused that. Right, I see what we do. We go out onto the road and then turn in. What an idiot. Right. Right, we can get the little bit of maintenance done. Not any major problems. Right, let's have a look and see if there are any upgrades. Probably not. No, we've got the biggest engine in it we can get. Is that 730 or 750? I think it is. And we're suited up for heavy cargo. Right. What about a different paint job? Right, let's see what we've got. That's the one we had in it, right. Who the hell's that? Something. Well, obviously some sort of Russian musician by the look of it. I haven't a clue. What's that one? Some sort of military one. Right, we'll have that. Don't think that cost us anything. Right, anyway. And I think after you do a repair and stuff like that, you have to put on your auxiliary lights again for some strange reason. Right. Now we need to get back across the other side of the road. Well, we're going to be able to do that easy enough because there's a crash there. We never caused the accident. Honest opposite. Probably find that will recover quite quickly and you'll end up seeing traffic overtaking us again. That accident that's back there. There we go, traffic's back to normal. Now, why is he slowing down? Ah, because the speed limit's dropped. That's why I was wondering why he was slowing down. Oh, now it's jumped back up. Now it's slowed right down. Jesus. What's happening in the outside lane? Ah, that's why. Here now. That car doing a U-turn. Right, he's making his move. Wondering how far we've got to go till we join back up with the main route. Not that far. Hours 45, I think it's down to 3:48 or something like that. Side road there, just in case. Now, what's going on here? We've got traffic lights or something. Let's have a quick look. Where the hell am I? Under the road. Alright, we've got a car jammed into the cattle truck. Right. I'm still trying to overtake that truck. Well, we'll follow him. Bottle out now. Why are we doing 15 miles an hour? I can't see anything ahead. But it's obviously there for a reason. Maybe it's just the road conditions. Maybe quite big bumps. Right, another quick look at the map. Right, we're almost there. We're almost back onto the main GPS route that was selected for us. But I'm losing patience here. Let's have a look. This is us back on the route. Go in and top up the fuel. I don't think we need very much. We'll go in and see what this fuel station's like. I think this is the way in. Well, that's a good one. Where the hell's the fuel? Well, that's surely that's not going to work, is it? No, it is. What did that? That was 14 gallons we put in. Bad Russian drivers. Oh shit. 3 hours 29 left. As long as we can keep our average speed up, that'll keep dropping. We're obviously not going fast enough for that guy. We're waiting the car make this move. This has been all too easy so far. What the hell happened there? That guy tried to overtake us and then just clattered into our back end. I think the AI car decided it was going to overtake and then realised that there was oncoming traffic and decided to pull in, but just pulled straight into the back of the truck. Presumably there's no damage done. This is busy. Here. We've got a level crossing, I think. That's what we've got. Oh shit, there another one. I think you're taking your life into your hands crossing this. This could be interesting. Why the hell is that car in front of me not moving? Oh, there he's going now. Well, I think it's who dares gets across on this level crossing. It's not even managed at all. No barriers, nothing. Nothing coming that way at the moment. Oh shit. He decided just to plough straight into it. Oh shit. He decided to drive through the park truck and then decided to collide with it. This place does have a name. That's one thing about that Russian to English translation mod. It only works for the main map, it doesn't work for the newest parts of the map. I think it's because he's against that bloody car transporter. the road's blocked here. Right, evasive manoeuvres needed. Oh, look at that. Oh, I think we call that. He's decided to block my path that way. Two trucks bouncing in mid-air. Well, that's opened up that bit of the road. Oh! Oh, there's certainly fun and games going on in this part. Now, where the hell's he decided to go? Right, now that is blocked. Because I can't go any further. Yep. So now we've got a problem. And the problem is, we're in darkness and we can't see where the hell the detour might be. If this was daylight, it'd be no problem. Now, wait a minute, what's that? Oh, it's far too dark, I can't see anything. Wait a minute, where's that going? That's railway lines. Right. Well, there's only one solution, and this is only because it's dark and I can't see what way to go. I'm just going to bail out. I'm going to do the old cheat routine. If it was broad daylight, I'd have went back to actually see where the bypass was. That's the one thing I don't like doing, is bailing out. Let's see. Now, why am I going back the other way though? Oh, mind you, I forgot I was flying back the way to actually check. That's what I was doing. Hang on. that's what we need to do. We need to bail out the other side. But this will all be blocked, we won't be able to get past it. We'll hit the hidden wall in a second. Yeah, thought so. Where are we? That's me there. So I want to go there. We've got damage. Oh, it's nothing significant. Right, so that's one where we've just had to bail, but only because it's pitch black we can't see any detour. I'm certainly not driving back 15 miles to find one. That might be it there. That might be the way out. Let's have a quick look. That might be the actual exit to the detour point. Let's see where that goes. No, it's just going to a dead end, so that's pointless. Right, let's get moving. Well, I'll be looking to do a job on this route again at that point there to find out where the detour is. Notice the traffic light set. there's a detour there. I wonder whether that's for anything up ahead. No, this looks as if it comes back on the road there. I've seen the traffic lights this time. We're just losing the odd frame. I've noticed probably with the full beam lights on and all these lamp posts and stuff round about. Oh, hang on a minute. Somebody's speaking to me. I'm trying to read the chat. Just hang on a sec. In fact, the thing I need to do is I need to put the timestamps on. Just give me a sec. Right, I'm back. I'll just put the timestamps on so I could see when the messages were sent. So are you still there, Larry? I think you've already done a shout out yourself. Well, you need to tell us what it is you'd be doing. Is it Eurotruck you're doing or something else? Or have you gone? As if he's gone. hell's going on here? Well, that is not good. Well, I can't see what I'm doing again. Right, there's a road there. And that's the road that we're on. No, I don't think this was a good idea to do this at night. Right, so that's where we are. And we need to try and see where this this bypass is. Right, let's spawn here. See if we can find it up ahead. That's twice I've had to bail out, but purely because I can't see where the roads are. In daylight I would have found it and I would have driven through it. Well, there has to be a way back onto this road. Just keep my eye out to see where it might be. Let's have a quick look to see if that road there to the left goes anywhere. It's not shown in the map, but it might be the detour road, or it might just go to a dead end and nothing. Yep. Is it? Let's have a look. be prepared in case we drop off the map. No, it doesn't look as if this is going anywhere, so it's definitely not this one. This would be where we would expect to come back out onto the road, but it isn't this one. That's made me even more curious to do this this route in daylight. I'll certainly not be beaten by the fact that we've had to bail out twice. I'll come back and do this at some point when I've got the daylight at the right time. Yeah, not a good idea to do a new route at night. Certainly not in this map. We've still got almost 3 hours for this trip, so there's no way we're going to finish it in this session. So what I'm going to do is I am going to find somewhere to park now. Is that maybe we'll go up here and have a look and see if this is the detour route, the one that we should be coming out. And if it is, I've got a good mind to drive all the way back to where that accident, to where that bridge was blocked. I think this might be it. Then again, it isn't. Dead end. Right, so forget that. Right, I'm going to park up here and we'll call it quits and we'll continue this at a later date.